How's it going, everyone? This is Horror Wrestling Inc. back with another video, with another figure compilation. This one is going to be showcasing all the Kane figures I got in my collection that I've gotten over the years. First is these two. The reason I'm showing these two first is because I got one a couple of years ago in a pile of figures I was given. A few Kanes and a few Undertakers. You've seen my Undertaker collection. One strange little thing about this Kane. When I got this Kane, I think his head was like glued because I was testing it to do a twist, and it snapped off. And originally it had no ball joint underneath it. I think someone was trying to do some weird custom with their figure or something, or maybe they were trying to put, you know, the full mask Kane head on this. Obviously it didn't work. So from a broken figure, I managed to take the ball peg and put it inside the slot of this head, and then put it on this. It sits a little better, but it's still none that better. Anyway, this is from like one of those, that special edition Classic Superstars 3-pack. Of course, I didn't get the Undertaker pallbearer with this one. As I said, I got this a few years ago. Then with this Kane, this is the brand new one I got. Nothing wrong with him. Head is very sturdy, staying on straight. One thing I want to mention about this figure, on the prototype image, it showed the other Kane head with the full mask. You know, the one that came with like the Raw Magazine Kane? I don't know why they opted for this head, because this is just a repaint of the flame mask from his 2002 to 3 look. It's still kind of cool though. I mean, it works. I remember I did this on 2K19. I actually made that mask out of the 2002 to 3 one. I just repainted it in the game. But still pretty cool. I still don't know why they opted for it, but you know, you got your basic Jakks Ruthless aggression style articulation with this one. But yeah, good paint detail on it. They could have went with the black going a bit more down, but it's grand. Next Kane figure is Elite 12 Kane. Now, I never got to unbox this one. I actually bought this off of my brother's friend years ago. So he is pre-owned, he has been played with, but he doesn't have that much scuffs or marks on him, so still a pretty good figure. And again, with your standard Elite articulation, you got a bit of this going. Head, swivels, pivots, whatever. I'm actually not going to get too much into the articulation until I do an actual unboxing. But, yep, what's really cool about these ones as well is they actually put a rubber gauntlet on the wrist. Pretty damn good. But I actually am not a fan of this sculpt. They reuse it so many times, and I know that they're bringing out a Survivor Series Kane that got announced. They used the same head mold but repainted it. But I think Mattel are well capable of doing a brand new head mold for this Kane. Like, I mean, it worked for this figure, but then to reuse it constantly, I think they really could have done a bit better with it. But yeah. But overall, the Kane figure is good. It's a very hard one to get. Unless you get the Hall of Fame... what was it? The Hall of Fame? Legends? Oh, yeah. What was it called again? Oh, Hall of Champions Kane. I can't remember. I don't think that actually came here. I think there were ones you had to order online, but I couldn't find that one. Anyway, Elite 12 Kane. A good figure. Next, we have got a custom corporate Kane. Now, this one had a JBL body. So we took a corporate Kane from a different Elite and put it on this. So yeah, you got your corporate Kane custom here. Look at that. Look at that dead eye. I'm pretty sure he took that out for a while after he became corporate Kane, and rarely ever put it in when he had the mask on. But yeah, this is a corporate Kane, and for some reason it's it is a basic, but for some reason they gave this an Elite ab crunch with basic legs. I don't know. Whatever they were doing. Next we got the Wrestlemania Heritage Elite Kane. As I said, with that head sculpt, I didn't like it, so I put a Jakks specific Classic Superstars Kane on this body, and I think this one works so much better. It's a lot more accurate. The hair suits the time frame, because he would have had the really, really long hair back then. But it's just a repaint of Elite 12, really. So there's no special moldings or anything like that, or anything special about this figure. They didn't even paint the skin tone on the neck, but look, it doesn't matter. I think this figure is really good, though. It's one of my favourite Kanes that I have now that I put this head on. I put a new glove on, a more open one. I had, the clenched fist. But yeah. Pre-owned figure as well. I never got to unbox this, sadly. But it's pretty damn good. Wow, and I just played an ad during the Kane songs. Lovely. Now this one, I got a story about this one. Ruthless Aggression Series 5 Kane. Now this one, oh my god. Ever since I was 11 years old, I went to the toy shop and they actually had the set with this Kane figure in it, but no Kane was ever there. I think Tajiri might have been in that set, but he was there. The only one from the set that wasn't there was the Kane. I don't know whether someone bought him or other kids just bought them all out, but it took me the better part of 17 years to get this Kane figure. Got this on eBay. I don't think this was actually ever really played with. There's barely any marks. One of the things I do like about this one is Jakks Pacific, what they did with their one, they actually sculpted on the straps and the buckles, which I really liked. Good attention to detail. But they forgot to do one thing. One crucial thing. They did not paint the straps on the back. That's an easy fix-up. I can just probably try and paint that in myself. They did a special leg mold for this Kane, boot mold. And they actually got the straps and the buckles sculpted onto the tights, which is really cool. And you got the boots. Really good detail on these, with the buckles and the straps as well. But this figure, oh my god. If you're a Kane fan, this is a Kane you need to get. I'm not sure how much it's going to be now. I was lucky enough to get this very cheap. I was expected to pay nearly an arm and a leg for that figure. And keeping up with the team of 2002-3 Kane, I've also got the ringside exclusive Kane as well. This one I actually got off eBay, so the only thing I got was his mask. For some reason I got a Jakks Pacific title with that, but I gave that to the brother. He did not have this sculpted on. I just put this off a spare Kane and put it on this. I actually glued the mask onto his head as well, because it just really annoyed me every time it kept on popping off so easily. I kind of painted on a little goatee as well to make it a bit more accurate. But this figure's very strong as well. I think it's very good. The only minor gripes I'd have with this actual figure would be the body mold is far too small. This is just basically a repaint of an Elite Undertaker body, where Kane would have been a bit more built and broader, I think, and they didn't sculpt the straps, so it kind of looks silly, I think, a little bit around there. But this is the first version of this Kane I actually managed to get my hands on, so I was very excited to get that. I didn't care. But yeah, it is a good figure. It's also got the sculpted boots and the straps and all that. Really good. And you have the new one coming out now as well, the Decadent Dominant series, but of course we don't have a Walmart or Target in Ireland, so it's going to be very hard to get my hands on that figure, unless Ringside, you sell this on your site, and you better. I'm looking to buy 3 of them when they come out. I have my reasons. Then we've got a Jakks Pacific Classic Superstars Deluxe Kane. Not much to be said about this one. They went for an Undertaker glove, so they went a lazy route with that, but still, this is the second version of this figure I got in that attire. No sculpting on the straps or the buckles. They went for a Batista looking boot. That's close enough, I suppose, but there's no really special sculptings, moldings or anything like that. You got your deluxe articulation. Doesn't really go that far back or forward. Legs go right up and back. Little kind of ball hinge and pivot at the ankles. But still a pretty good Kane figure. Like this version of Kane is very hard to get your hands on. I don't think they made enough of these ones. But yeah, that's that one. And next we have got the SH Figuarts Kane. I have all the bald heads and everything and extra hands put away, so I'll probably go through this figure another day with all the bits. But yeah, I like what they did here. They did sculpting for this. Everything is specially sculpted. Just a few minor... They didn't paint the pivots on the gauntlet or anything like that, or the boots, but I think this figure is very solid. You get a lot of posability out of it. And one of the hands you can actually... Oh no, that's a chokeslam hand. And then you got an open hand as if he's getting ready to do his chokeslam, as he's calling for it. And I really like the sculpting of the mask. And of course, if you're changing the heads easily pop out. There's a separate piece of hair at the back. I don't know why they opted for this, but okay. You do you, SH, you do you. But I think this is a really good figure overall. And this version of Kane is my favourite one to get. It took me so long to get these. And the SH Figuarts toys are very expensive. Not as expensive as the Undertaker. That one cost me 80 quid. This only cost me about 50. Next, we have got the classic Figuarts Kane with the Wrestlemania Heritage head. Not a lot to be said here, I don't think. But you got the specially molded glove. I'm pretty sure they used that on an Undertaker figure as well. Actually, yeah, they did. The classic Superstars Undertaker. A bit of scuff there. Again, I didn't... some of these figures I never got to open. Some of them were second hand and got off the internet. But yeah, this has the Wrestlemania Heritage head. Sculpted on gauntlet. They went for the 2002-3 boots though. Meh. Still cool. I might try and find another one of these though, just to have as it is, without this terrible looking head. Yeah, if anyone agrees with me, say in the comments below, because I really don't like the sculpt. I think Mattel could have went with a whole new sculpt altogether. It looks weird to me. And the red is off. Sorry, I don't mean to be Mr. Perfect or anything like that. Hold me back. Next we have got another Corporate Kane Basic with elite legs. Can't remember what series this is from. But weirdly it has elite legs. My brother actually did a fix-up on this figure. He went and put the FX head on this from an elite Unmasked Kane. And he put the arm pads on, and he put, I think, what was Undertaker glove wrists. And he's threw it on the Kane. So it actually looks like he's ready to fight. He's going to do work. Oh, now it looks like he's just getting ready to fart or take a crap. Do you mind? I'm trying to take a poo here. So yeah, that's that one. Next up, we got the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Isaac Yankum. Now, back in my Undertaker video when I mentioned I have a friend that sources out these figures for me, a man in America was selling a whole bunch of figures, and my friend asked me, would you be interested in this? And I said, oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. I had an opportunity to get that on the English wrestling shop, because they were selling this for a brief time. But I think it's a very good figure. I count it as a Kane figure because it's portrayed by Glenn Jacobs, so... you got a removable headpiece. And look at that angry face, though. And those bad teeth. Ugh. What you been eating, boy? The Velcro shirt does come off. So yeah, you can have him fight without his shirt. I'm pretty sure this is how he fought anyway. But look at him. He is jacked. You want to fight me? I can fix your teeth. That's for now. Next we have got a zombie Kane. Got this in Liverpool also for about a $5. It wasn't in box, but it's still brand new because they were all wrapped up in like bubble wrap. So well, not too bad for a $5, and these usually cost about 21 quid in the toy shops, and it's ridiculous just for a basic figure because it's a special theme. Of course, you have the mask that can come off, and oh my god, Look at that burnt face. Actually, that would have been really cool if they did with this figure. If they left the one bad eye inside the socket. I think that would have added to the creep factor, I think. But look at that. You got his bone showing in his arms. They went for an Undertaker glove to make it look like the fingers have been ripped. All that burnt flesh going from the back. Oh, geez, you wouldn't want to come across him in a dark alley, would you? Ooh. Yep, so that's the Zombies Kane. Next, we have got, don't know what Elite Series, but we got kind of your current day kind of Kane, except without the flames going up the suit. This originally had the Unmasked head on it, with the smile that I put on the custom corporate Kane. Yeah, I think this looked a lot better just with that head. I'd love to see that FX'd, actually. Yeah, that's their standard Elite Kane. Again, they went for just an Undertaker body mold, and he would have been a lot more beefier. So they really should have went for a more bigger mold. Next up, we have got the Jakks specific R3 Tech Kane, and this one. Now, this one is actually a huge, huge favourite of mine. I used to have this back when I was like 10 and 11. Unfortunately, the head kind of got snapped off. But I think that, oh my god, look at that. This is better than anything Mattel could ever sculpt. I don't mean to bash Mattel, they're getting better, but in terms of masked Kane heads, look at that. Just let that camera focus. Look at that sculpt. Anyone who thinks Mattel do the better job, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. But look at this. The detail in the hair, the shading in the hair, the paint design on the mask, the sculpting on the torso and the tights. Like, these were full on scanned. I think what they did with these ones, they'd get the superstar and they'd scan him from head to toe, and they'd work it out that way. I'm not sure how the process goes, but got that nice sculpted glove with the creases and everything in it. You got the gauntlet that has a bit of creasing in it. But yeah, this, I think, this one would actually be one of the centerpieces of my collection in the Kane section. Kane Collection, Kane section. Sculpted belt as well. You don't see Mattel doing that. But I think this is good. Imagine if they had like the bicep swivel and everything, and just elite yeah, Jesus, I can't speak. Or elite articulation. Now this would be one hell of a figure. Next up, we've got the same friend as I mentioned. He did this really mad-looking custom Kane using the Wrestlemania why can I not speak anymore? Wrestlemania Heritage Kane. So what he did, I think he was just going for a new look. He went for that first unmasking look. I'm guessing I think he took sculpting from like an R-Truth or something. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I actually think this is a pretty cool version now. If you put a mask on that now, it would be really damn good. But yeah. Really good figure. Next, as I like to call them, the Jakks specific. I don't know what these guys were called, but I call them Flexis. This would be based on his 2001-2002 look. I think you could take that off if you really wanted to, the gauntlet. But yeah, that's actually loose, and you can do that with it if you want. And he's got a sculpted glove. Oh yeah, and these actually worked with your Titantron. If you have a Titantron and have a few of these will actually work. Yeah, this is actually a really good figure, and I had another version of this one that I used to play with a lot as a kid. That's just beat up and battered now. And then we got another version of that Kane with the Survivor Series 2001. Just basically the same figure, some pieces of hair are missing. Yeah, same thing. Next we have got a Ruthless Aggression Kane. This would have been kind of the first proper attire that he would have worn unmasked. He's got his fingerless gloves, no gauntlet, one elbow pad. I actually put a Mattel elbow pad on it. I don't know what I was thinking. These Mattel elbow pads are horrible. You can't even get like... Oh, actually, this is actually not too bad. Maybe it's loosened up over time. But yeah, he's got that barbed wire look going across his tights. I think that might have been in a 2-pack with Edge originally. Then we got another Jakks specific Ruthless Aggression Kane. One thing that confuses me about this one is I don't remember him being shirtless with these tights, unless he kind of rolled it down. But I kind of tried to paint on the burnt effect on his eyes. Pretty much the same figure as what we shown before, just different tights designs. And another Mattel elbow pad. He's not a Kane, but this pallbearer represents when he would have managed Kane. This came in the 3-pack with the Undertaker, Kane, and the pallbearer. So he'd be the second pallbearer in my collection. Same face, just repainted than the last one. Going for the blue blazer and blue suit pants, red tie, white shirt. I actually really like this pallbearer as well. Really good. He's less ghoulish, but I like the ghoulish one better. Next up we have another Elite Kane. I can't remember what series this one's from. But this one had an unmasked head with a removal mask, but I didn't like the look of it. So I kind of put this head on it. And yeah, this has his Royal Rumble 2018 look. From when he fought Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. I actually really like this one as well, but again, they should have went for a bigger body mold. Because Kane was not this lean. There was a few things I did change with this figure as well, other than the head. I changed his hand out. This actually came with a Booker T from the WrestleMania Heritage series. I kind of trying to go for that, you know, that Kane calling for the end for his tombstone. Yeah, this is actually a very solid figure too, though. Next up, we have got the Raw Magazine Kane. Again, this would be more based on his debut look. Well, kinda. This would have been kind of like the second attire he wore when he got rid of the laced-up straps. So he would have went for both sides here. This is kind of more like his 2000 look. Oh wow, he's got a bit of dust there. I really should have cleaned him off before I showed him. But yeah, he's got a lot of wear and tear around the belt. I tried adding in the shoulder bit because he would have had it on going across the shoulder as well. I really like this head better than the Mattel one though. There's just something about the Jakks specific Kane heads that just look a mile better. Yep, that's him. Next we've got a basic Kane. This would have been his final attire before he remasked in 2011. I would really wish to get the Elite of this, but it is expensive to get the Elite one. But yeah, you got that angry Kane expression, slightly open hand, more closed off hand, and I really like this tights design. Could you imagine if he had like a full costume with a mask and this? I would have looked so badass. More longer wrist tape that he went for at the time. Yeah, this is a pretty good basic. One of the better ones, I think, as well. Next up, we've got Elite 22 Kane. Now this one I really like. This one represents Kane a bit more better. It's a bigger body mold. They should have went and retooled it with a vest for this one too, though, I think. He's got his plain black glove, wrist tape, 2 elbow pads, angry scowl on this expression, flame, and what can only be like barbed wire effect going up around the body. Originally he would have came with his welder's mask and a tag team title, but I gave the title to my brother. And the final Kane is Elite 19. Now this guy took me quite a long time to get as well. I never found this in stores where I live. I actually got this off a guy on adverts.ie. And this figure is practically brand new. I don't think this guy was ever played with, ever. So he's got his welder's mask, which can come off. That really unimpressed look for Kane. This would have been his return in 2011, I believe, November or December. where you attack John Cena. And you got the flame going up along the tights. And what I really like about this figure as well, because it's really detailed, is they actually made the sculpting of what this attire used to look like back then. But this, really good figure altogether. But yeah, that wraps up my Kane figure collection. If you guys like it, drop a like, give me a subscribe, and let me know what figures you got in the comments below. I'll be back, I'd say probably next week, with a brand new video, and I'll show you the rest of the figures I got in the wrestling section. Good luck, guys. All the best.